Y es tan bueno que no me duelen.
También tenemos al coleccionista pagafácil, capaz de prostituirse por una pieza para su colección.
Sí. Me costó un mes de renta, pero al fin conseguí el número de Palomán y chico, con lo menos que me faltaba.
Si sabes.
¿Estás seguro de eso? O sea, ¿has notado esa cosa antes? No exactamente, pero la pasión por una más avanzada en todo sentido. Ok, entonces, ¿qué más avanzada? Mejor me brindo, vaya. Cuidado, amigo, es un traje completamente nuevo. He tratado de matarme 2 veces y no han aprendido aún que si meten a los ucranianos a la cárcel, son los herramientas y se separan. Sí, eso nunca pasa. ¿Y después de matarlo, qué pasó? Bueno, después de eso llamaron a una conferencia de prensa y le dije a todos que era Iron Man. ¿Qué? Amigo, no puedes revelar tu identidad secreta. ¿Y por qué no? Yo lo hice, soy genial, así que tómalo. No puedes. O sea, no se supone que lo hagas. Vamos a dar atención. Me están diciendo que nunca antes han revelado su identidad secreta. No. Cuenta con todas las mujeres que han salido. ¿Qué? Oh, soy Bruce Wayne y me gustas. Déjame te digo mi gran secreto. Mira quién habla. Señor, te borro la mente. Oh, ni se te ocurra. O te voy a congelar la cara. No lo harías. Tienes razón, no lo haríamos, este tipo. Dame esos 5. Pero sabes que con esos 5 te pude haber derribado hasta el suelo. Vamos, chicos, no es una competencia. Porque todos sabríamos quién ganaría si lo fuera. Yo. Oh, sí, favor. Claro. Soy Batman. Hagamos unas fuercitas ahorita. Como Thor debería haber terminado. ¿Comprometido? Sí, lo sé. Es que yo... Creo que ahora ya no me quiero regresar. ¿Qué? Bueno, ya tengo mi vestido de regreso, tengo una novia muy buena. Las cosas realmente pintan muy bien para mí. Ven. ¿Qué pasó con...? Oh, sí, buena suerte, amigos. ¿Así que solo abandonaste todo? Claro. ¿No lo harían ustedes? No. Sí. Amigo. ¿Qué puedo decir? Las chicas son mi kriptonita. Sí, lo más seguro es que también dejaría todo. Sí. Pero aún así, ¿qué pasó con tu hermano? ¿No irá a destruir todo ese reino de hielo? Si lo llega a hacer, estoy seguro de que mi padre se encargará de él cuando despierte. ¿Lo he hecho, padre? Destruí a todos los Jotunheim cuando estabas durmiendo. Y es por eso que también estás desterrado. ¿Qué? Y te quito tu poder. ¡Quitarás hierro! ¡Hijo gigante de hielo! Tu padre es un poco extremo. Bueno, supongo que es algo estricto, pero todo lo que hace lo hace por una muy buena razón. Como el robar un bebé y criarlo como si fuera tu hermano. Y hacerlo creer que podrá ser rey para que crezca enloquecido de celos y se vuelva tu enemigo toda la vida. Sí, bien hecho, papá. Sí, bueno, tal vez eso...
Want to go around?
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show them how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the camera button. Now, when I give you an order, look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right! Good! Look left! Good! You should be familiar with the left and right camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. All right, we'll go over left and right with the camera buttons one more time. Look right! Good! Look left! Good! You should be familiar with the left and right camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! You can change the controls anytime in Options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now! At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear? Good! Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the analog stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt it further to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful! His name is John Cena. Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the attack button while running. You got that? Tap the attack button while running! Don't forget it! I'll explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using Mach stun rod.
tengo ni idea. Ponemos esto. No, este acá. No, este no. Este primero no. Y este ya. No. Ahí. Y este vamos a mover un poquito para acá.
For this training session. When you go.
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Now we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will...
Tengo una idea. ¿Cómo? De L y E.
go over each of them.
También un combo de se me funciona, tengo que activarlo. Luego me va a poner aquí. Tengo una idea, vamos a dejarlo aquí en el campo. A ver si funciona.
Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the analog stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Boss, you have to press the attack button as you tilt the analog stick. That is incorrect, boss! I'll explain it again! To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the analog stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Boss! You have to press the attack button as you tilt the analog stick. Impressive, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now we'll throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the analog stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then tilt the analog stick to throw them. By tilting the analog stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears!
Yeah.
Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears!
Yeah.
Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! I'll explain it again! When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear.
Okay.
Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! And stop! That's it for today! Thank you, boss!
Grabe.
Snake!
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Lo que pasa es que a mi madre no le gusta que le traiga cosas.
Quiero agua. Hey! Vete.
What's going on, Kaz? We've got guests. Time to move. Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't follow.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Big Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
May dalawa
But
pa
in
kami, no?
Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either. Here. Thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee. So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua? No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized. What's your government's take? The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload. Where'd they get that kind of cash? I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S. And your government can't just give them boot.
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward... The